Hi, guys. I see that you found me a little early. I did post in advance because this internet hookup's been working okay. So, hi, everybody. I'm Leanne Holitza. I'm your Oracle card reader for today. We are going to use the Yantra deck to do our start of our readings, and then I'm going to read Secret Language of Color for you guys. That's going to be your personal cards, okay? So, the way to get a card is you type me, please, and I will go down the list. We are getting towards the end of 2025. Oh my goodness, can you believe it? So we will have a Black Friday thing going on at the studio next weekend. And we have the intentions and affirmations thing to plan for 2026 coming up. We've got a couple more sound baths. Our group healings are still taking place on Tuesdays. So lots of stuff, opportunities to kind of hang out and figure out how to heal through the holidays. All right, we are using my little tapered wand rose quartz for some love and energy. I'm doing the Luck Success Wood Dragon spray from Amanda Ellis for us. Okay. Yeah, so let's get going. Let's see what the week brings. So the way we are going to do this, you guys, we're going to do our overall reading. That's the start of your reading. That's our collective reading. 1, 2, 3 then, which will be the start of your personal reading. And then you'll just type me please in the comments and I will get down the list. All right, here we go. Oh, by the way, if anybody's been holding out on taking Energy Awareness 101, there will be a Black Friday deal. So look out for it. We'll start on Friday and go till Monday. All right. Let's get our week going. All right, we're starting off week with creativity blocked, second chakra blocked. Basically, we're not understanding our full power right now as far as our creative power, our innovative power. This card is basically saying that we start off feeling like we're not totally in control of ourselves. Helper card, compassion sideways. Okay, what this is saying is do all the compassionate things you can do. Compassionate witness, embrace yourself, embrace the mistakes of others, give yourself a little grace this week, do compassionate things, okay? The end of the week, we're going to be evolving. All right. So the thing about this is it's the tip of the iceberg kind of thing. It may not feel like it's going as fast as you would like it to, but things are changing and growing, blossoming by the end of the week. Okay. All right. That's good news. Let's do our 1, 2, 3s. Okay. This is where you're going to get your first card. So tune in. Okay. 1, 2, or 3. Now, the rule here is if we get 3 times the charm in the me please section of this, it's a card for all of us for the week. But here's your first card. Ready? If you picked 1, you're going to work with indigo, improving your vision. Okay. So this card is basically telling you to, activate that second chakra that we talked about and, see the things you want to see. And also be innovative about what you want to see. Like think about how you can think out of the box. Okay. If you picked 2, you're going to be working with your spontaneous, having fun energy. Okay, so a good week to do that, a gratitude week. So give yourself a little bit of time to have some fun and see what fun means and laugh and play. Oh, and if you picked 3, you might want to also do that with some cherry, living an extraordinary life. Okay, so letting yourself do really extraordinary things this week. Plan for it, reach for it, see what happens. All right. It's a good start. Let's see what else comes up. All right, Tiff, you made it to the top of the list. Here is your card. You're going to work with orange, okay? So it says nurture yourself. Basically, this is the focus this week is about nurturing. How do you feel your chi is evolving into a healthy place? How are you moving your energy? How are you bringing yourself in alignment with what's good for you, okay? That's probably always good advice, but you can also just kind of wake up in the morning and surround yourself with orange, just in your mind's eye. Cara and Tatiana, Cara, you've got white, which is time to lighten up. Take it a little bit lighter. Take the density out of the day. Laugh, be silly, do the things. That seems like that might be starting to come up as a theme for the week. Tatiana, you're going to focus on purifying your body with some yellow. Okay. So this is very much about taking care of yourself this week. Maybe watch out on not eating so much sugar, or if you're, eating things that your body doesn't like, maybe taking time to just not eat that stuff this week and focus on what your body does want that would feel good and healthy. Okay. All right. Kimberly S. You guys are all coming up as at something today, which is interesting. Instead of your names. Ruby, rejuvenate your body. Okay. So unlike the nurturing, rejuvenation is like, what have you done to deplete yourself in a bigger way? And how can you start to work with kind of doing things that kind of bring the energy back to you? So kind of think of the cyclical healing spiral this week. What can you do that will get you what you need back? Okay. Seriously wonderful, Courtney. You got tangerine. If you picked 2, it's doubling down. Tangerine says be spontaneous. Have fun. Wherever it's offered, whenever it's offered. If you can say yes to play this week, please do. Okay. Diane S. I got your card today. Thank you very much. That was very kind of you. Watermelon for you. Okay. So have fun for your inner child. Okay. So this basically is saying give yourself some time to do the things that your little inner child would have liked to do. And maybe you got to go back and remember, did my inner child like to color? Did it like to play dolls or dress up? What did it like to do? And maybe go do those things, even if it seems kind of silly. All right. Janelle and Donnie. Janelle, you got some pink, which says, let the love in. Gentleness. Say thank you. Receive those little affections from the people around you. Say thank you to the compliments. Okay. Donnie, you're going to focus on lemon. Access to innovative thinking. That's one of the things that creative card was saying, is that really we're being asked to give ourselves some new ideas about how life could be, instead of just kind of grinding or drudging through things. Okay. So a little bit more outside the box thinking. Terry, you've got tangerine, 3rd time's a charm. So thanks for that. That means it's for all of us, you guys. We all get to have fun this week. So let me read the little prayer for this, okay? Infinite intelligence. Excuse me. Infinite intelligence now awakens my creative, spontaneous, adventurous self. I'm ready to allow fun and laughter into my life. All right. Good week to do that, right? Okay. That's the 3rd time's the charm. All right. Max A. Max. Oh, Max, you got a little attracting relationship, some rose energy, focusing on love this week and connecting and making things more interwoven with one other person, your person. Okay. All right. Eli, you're going to want to focus on blue, which is activating your healing power this week. Okay. So you can surround yourself with blue. You can really think of yourself as being in a space where you can, just use the blue to kind of send it wherever you're having any ailments. That can really be helpful. Just in your mind's eye, just with your imagination. Okay. Sorry, you guys, I got a frog in my throat. It doesn't want to leave. All right, let's see. Heidi M. You're bringing tangerine back for us. 4th time's a charm. Having a fun week, you guys. Having a ball. All right. Tangerine is a color of vibrancy, creativity, zest for life, and vitality. It has the capacity to awaken your sexual and creative energies, which they were showing up as blocked, you guys. Tangerine symbolizes warmth, richness, courage, and spontaneity. It activates your inner knowing and is a color of action, confidence, and determination. Woohoo! We all get to do that this week. Kelly and Matthew. Kelly, you're going to want to ground yourself this week, okay? I really personally love to imagine a double helix, like a DNA strand, just giving yourself that at the base of your spine, like a tube that just kind of exchanges energy down into the earth and lets the earth return fresh, nourishing energy. So maybe be sure to do that all week. You could also go out barefoot, hug a tree, all those good things. Matthew, you're going to let love in. Receive those compliments, those snuggles, those I love yous. Just really take it in this week. Let it in. Just let it just heal your heart. Okay. All right, Sister Janice. Lilac, strengthen your faith. Sometimes it's hard to do that, you guys, when we're really getting challenged. But the lilac is very soft and asking you to recognize that you have the help and the love that you need, okay? Denise S., you're working with red, so free yourself from pain, okay? So you could send the red with your mind's eye anywhere you would like, but also you could work on emotional pain and any of those places where you're feeling lonely or like not enough, that the red can really help with that this week, okay? Kimberly P. and Juan Carlos. Kimberly P., you're going to work on purifying your body. So just, doing those things that are going to take care of your system, trying to avoid the stuff that maybe will bring you into a challenged physical state, and then just be focused on the things that will bring you into a healthy physical state. Juan Carlos, you got aqua. So experiencing peace and calm, okay? So best that you can, get yourself into a state where you can just take some deep breaths, maybe even get near the water of some sort, or take a bath or whatever. But this is a good time to just kind of calm the system if you can. Okay? Stephanie R., you got turquoise, which is awaken your empathy. So trying to put yourself in other people's shoes, try to be seeing other perspectives, not necessarily making their perspectives take over your perspective, but it does help to kind of just try it on once in a while to see what it might feel like to be somebody else. All right, Crystal, Chris, Genevieve, and Isabel. Crystal, little red, free yourself from pain, send it around wherever you might need it. Okay, this weekend, give yourself the time to just acknowledge where you have been feeling pain, whether it be physical or emotional, and maybe you've been overriding your system, and it's a good time to stop doing that. Chris, time to lighten up. Okay, so just see where you're taking yourself too seriously or taking the whole thing too seriously, and just take a deep breath and let it go. Genevieve, oh, you brought pink for the third time. So let love in. This means it's for all of us, you guys. We've seen it before. All right, let me read the little prayer. Divine love, pour your healing light into my heart, softening it, purifying it, rejuvenating it so that it's shiny, loving, and full of enthusiasm. All right, so let in those compliments. Thank you more, please, to that stuff. That means it's for all of us, you guys. Isabel, you are working on strengthening your faith. Okay, so trust yourself, but also trust the people around you, and trust that your life can be kind of a moving prayer, if you will, moving space of just you as a divine, bright light. Okay, Joe, tangerine again, you guys. Okay, fifth time. When the guides really want to get a message through, they bring it through and bring it through. Let me read you some more. Activate tangerine energy to unleash your wild, spontaneous self. Experiment with tangerine and allow it to awaken your creative juices. What have you always wanted to do and never had the courage to do? Before doubt sets in, let go of control and give yourself permission to do something wild and spontaneous. Allow your inner child to come out and play and have fun. That's for all of us. Everybody gets to do that, and a little pink to let love in. All right. let's see. I'm not entirely sure who LHM Cool 67 is. Oh, LM Mick Cool. But I see your me please, and it's not too late. So I'm going to give it. Your names are not coming up for me, you guys, today. It's just these at symbols. Sapphire, regenerate your body. Okay, a little time to do some regenerations, maybe a little focus on some. I mean, I hate to say anti-aging because I never like to do the anti thing in law of attraction, but going onto your youthful self and taking care of it. Okay. All right, Sam. You're working with black this week. So you're going to find riches in the dark night of the soul, if you will, or just the dark night. You're going to let yourself see that their darkness sometimes illuminates the light, and that the light is the remedy. The light just shines on the thing and it brings it out. Miranda, third time's the charm for what time to lighten up. Okay, so this is now for all of us because it's time to lighten up, you guys. Let's see what it says. I give myself permission to lighten up and experience ease in my body and soul. Okay, a little spontaneous ease. That's awesome. Thank you for bringing that third time's a charm. All right, Taryn, you're going to be working with coral, which is allowing flow and synchronicity in your life. Same as the tangerine, kind of. Just allowing flow. And when things are kind of clicking, to follow the clicks. Okay? All right. Robin, Chris, Austin, happy Thanksgiving. Indigo, Robin, improve your vision. If you picked one at the beginning, it's doubling down for you. Improve your vision by thinking outside the box, by this or something bettering yourself. So you say, I want this, but maybe something better could come. Okay. Chris, lavender for you. So body, mind, and soul connection, just letting yourself just have a moment to, get all those things synced back up. You don't have to be in your head all the time. Austin, you got some watermelon. Let your inner child have some fun. What would your inner child want to do this week? Go do it. Okay. All right, Tanya B. We've got Jade for you. Okay, so it's time to take some action this week for you. So whatever that action feels like it is, do it. And if it comes spontaneously, because that seems to be the theme, do that too. Okay. Say yes to that invitation. Lisa C. Allow flow and synchronicity into your life, coral. Okay, so second time we've seen that one, but it goes right along with the tangerine that we've been seeing. Flow, flow, flow. Your guides just said, get in the flow. Get in flow. Oh, sometimes it's easier said than done. But Catherine S., you are working with brilliance. Discover your own brilliance. Work with that on your home front there, and really play with it. Have fun. You could see that it was a waterfall. Sit down and see if you could just get things flowing. Okay. Mountain River and Tommy. Mountain River Burgundy, awaken your passion. Okay. So giving yourself a chance to get into that passionate side. It seems like there's a big focus on the second chakra this week. Tommy, you're going to work with gold, which is going to be about attracting abundance. Okay. So using the gold to really, and abundance, you guys, sometimes takes a minute for us to sit down and have a moment with ourselves about what abundance even feels like. Maybe it's not even about money. It might be about just time and space. All right. Kinsey, you've got an orange, which is about nurturing yourself. So you and your sister can get yourselves nice and cozy with your taking care of yourselves this week. That's really good. Okay. All right, Lori, and you guys, just if you're just now joining me, cool. I'm gonna at the end review what the third times the charm cards were, so we know what they are. So hang out with me, and type me too if you haven't already. Lori E, you're going to work on attracting relationship, primary relationship, the relationship you want to trust that your most intimate self with. Okay. That's what you're going to be really focused on. Okay. All right. National Geographic. Yes, of course, ethereal moonlight. You can in just a minute. National Geographic, you're working with Ruby. So rejuvenating your body, that seems to be part of the theme. So, doing things that feels really nice and rejuvenating, giving yourself a chance to acknowledge it with intention too. Okay, I'm doing this to rejuvenate myself. Christy, you bring watermelon for the third time's a charm. Okay, so have fun with your inner child. Here's the little prayer, you guys. This is for all of us now because this is the third time. Divine intelligence, please assist me to connect to fun, easygoing, enthusiastic nature, my fun, enthusiastic nature, so I can spread joy and laughter wherever I go and be spontaneous and have fun and let love in this week. All right, Lisa, you are working on Sapphire, whatever that means to regenerate yourself. Please do that. Take care of it. Be intentional about it. Use the word regenerate with yourself. What does that even mean to you, especially when it comes to your body? Okay. Ethereal moonlight. Your turn. Your focus for the week is going to be on attracting abundance. Yay, gold energy. What is it that you want from life? Sit down and maybe chart it out. What would make you feel abundant? Where are you already abundant? And where can you use that feeling of abundance to bring abundance in other parts that don't feel so abundant? All right. This is a good time to mention that I have a beliefs club starting in December. That's 4-week class, self-paced class, and then just coaching time together. It's been very fun. We've been doing it most of the year, and everybody's really working hard on shifting themselves. All right. My husband's going to get a card. Okay. Red is third time's a charm with this one, you guys. Free yourself from pain. So let's read the little prayer together. Divine intelligence, allow your healing, mending light to move through my mind and body and to regenerate it so that I can return to a state of vibrant health. All right. All right. If you're still out there and haven't typed me, please, now's the time to do it. I'm going to reframe and refresh us with what our 3 times a charm cards were, just so we can put them all together too. Because it's great that we get the cards singularly, but they have a meaning as a whole as well. Okay? Here it is. Let love in, okay, while having some fun and being spontaneous wherever you can. Having fun with your inner child in the meantime. What would your little inner child want to do? And free yourself from pain. Fun's always a good way to free ourselves from pain, right? I mean, the giggles and the funness. Yes. Okay. Well, I've come to the end of the list. I'm doing this. I do this every week at this time when I can. So I recommend, if you haven't done so already, to hit the subscribe button, and the bell button helps too, because it tells you when I'm going live. Sometimes I post this a little bit in advance, but I haven't necessarily been doing that. So, all right, you guys, I think it's time to let some love in and go be amazing. I'll see you later. Bye.